Hello viewers, it's Sentai Michael from Screen Review, bringing you a new podcast with my set called The Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will have an adult language. Now, if you're over 18, then you should go to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, let's get into the latest episode of Ryusoulger. It starts off. We see Kuya in some room in some tunnels somewhere, in some underground tunnels, in a room tunnel somewhere, walking around being depressed that Ross got destroyed by Ryusoulger in the previous episode. So basically, we see Kuya in some ancient ruined tunnel, walking around depressed, after Ryusoulger destroyed War. So basically, he was depressed that War got destroyed by Ryusoulger. So anyway, and while he was walking around, he noticed that one of Parcia's cards was on the ground. So basically, he picked up the card and turned it over. Turns out it was the card that had Wart's heart in it. So basically, since Wart was destroyed by Ryusoulger, the card with Wart's heart should be destroyed. So basically, that means Wart must have faked his death, and therefore he must be still alive somewhere, laying low. So basically, since so basically it doesn't make sense for the card that had Wart's heart in it to still have his heart on it, since Wart got destroyed. So basically that Wart must have faked his death and whatnot. So anyway, Saturn saw out of nowhere. It's what the hell are you doing here, Creon? And Creon was hide the card that had Wart's heart in it, heart in it. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just hanging around. So I'll see you later. So anyway. So basically, when Creon left, Saturn went to go see Parcias deep in the tunnel, where turns out that Parcias was in the tunnel where Master Aris is. So it turns out that Master Aris is not a dude. Turns out that Master Aris is a female who's trapped in the spirit bubble thing. So anyway, Parcias was telling Saturn that Master Aris' wounds is finally being healed after being attacked by the Ryusoulger. So basically, turns out that Ryusoulger was used to still away, Master Aris, and did some damage to Master Aris. So basically, turns out that Master Aris was finally being, Master Aris was recovering from some damage from the Ryusoulger. So anyway, Saturn need to go get that. We need to find a way to get that Ryusoulger back from the Ryusoulger. So basically, that's when Master Aris use her powers to make a new dreadnought general named Gunjar. So basically, Gunjar is this new general that was created by Master Air. So basically, Parcias and Saturn decide to take Gunjar out to test his powers and whatnot. So basically, when they got to an area in the city, Gunjar started to heal up the area in the city, whatnot, and that's when the Ryusoulger showed up. So basically, all the Ryusoulgers showed up is like they was kind of shocked at the new not general. So basically, like who is this guy? It must be some new general from outer space. And Pachi said, no, this is not any and he's not from outer space. He's a newborn created by Master Eris. So basically, who's like the other was so cold, and the other weird so like who is Master Eris? So basically, Pachi explained that Master Eris is our mother and master. So basically, so after Pachi answered that question, so basically, after Pachi answered Cole the Ryusoulger's question about who is Master Eris is, so basically Cole and others morphed up and started to do battle with, so we start to do battle with Saturn and Gunja. So basically, the Wizards morphed up and start to do battle with Saturn and Gunja. So basically, the Wizards had the upper hand against Saturn and Gunja until Pachi joined into the fight, and turned tables around. So basically, the Wizards was doing very good in the fight against Saturn and Gunja. But when Pachi joined the fight, the tables got flipped around very quick for the Ryusoulger. So basically, Gunjo used his powers to make himself grow monster size. So basically, that's when Cole summoned the Terramazord, showing the Megazord, and the Pokéruzord, and formed the Dynamite Rex Jet Megazord. So basically, so Cole was inside the Megazord cockpit doing battle with with the giant size Gunjaw with the giant size Gunjaw. So basically somehow. So basically, somehow Pachi uses power to force Terran to separate from the Megazord and from the Megazord combination. So basically, once he did, force the Terranzord to separate from the Dynamite Megazord. He took this opportunity to retreat. So basically Pachi took this opportunity to retreat with Gunja and Saturn back to the back where Master Eris was. So anyway, the others was kind of baffled how Pachi was able to force Terran to separate from the Megazord combination. So anyway, they went back. So basically, went back to Nova's lab, where Odo was with the Terranzord in his penguin form in her arm. So basically, the Terranzord was in his penguin form in his penguin form in Odo's arm. So basically, the Terran and his friend somehow put Pachi must use some type of power to force me to separate from the Megazord and temporarily force me in my penguin form. But I should be fine. I should be fine. I should be fine in a couple of hours. So anyway, Cole. So basically, Cole Daughters was still wondering any more information about who was still wondering, trying to figure out to get more information about Master Eris. And that's when Ben said, I remember Master Black talk about Master Eris one time, but I just can't remember. So basically, that's when Ben got an idea that if you can use the answer wheel, so I can remember what Master Black told me about Master Eris. So basically, Mel used the answer wheel to unlock a suppressed memory from Bam about Master Eris. So basically, it turns out that Master Black was not only so basically it turns out that Master Black also was the one who gave so basically it turns out that Master Black was also told his teacher as was also told his master as well. After Master Green disappeared because he was being controlled by the God's armor. So basically, before Master Green disappeared after being controlled by the God's armor, he left the Green Ryusoulger to Master Black, and so basically Master Black chose Toro to be the Green Ryusoulger over Nada. So basically Nada was a candidate to be the Green Ryusoulger, but turns out that Master Black picked Toro over Nada. So basically, Master Green picked Toro to be the Green Ryusoulger and picked Bam to be the Black Ryusoulger. So anyway. So basically, like Master Black. So basically, turns out that to suppress memory that that Bam was trying to mirror about Master Black talking about Master Aris was a bad memory that he forgot. Turns out that Master Black tried betrayed Bam and joined the forces of the Dreadnought forces. So basically, turns out that one day Master Black tried to take back his Ryusoulger to Bam, but Bam did his best to fight him off. But Toro was not there during that time. Toro wasn't there when Bam was fighting Master Black. So basically, even though Master Black defeated Bam, but he didn't even took the Black Ryusoulger. He just left. He just left a beat up Bam when he was about to pass out. He said that I must attack Master Aris now, and this is what he remember of that day. So basically, Bam and Toro and all the Ryusoulgers was kind of shocked that Master Aris is a traitor. So anyway, Toro was kind of upset. How come you didn't tell me about this? I forgot about this. So basically, when I passed out, I must have suppressed my memory about that day of Master Black betraying me and whatnot. So anyway, Bang went out all pissed off that he finally remembered why Master Black left in the first place, and told, went after him. So anyway, that's when Noble came in, and came alive was everyone's asking what's going on. So and Cole said me trying to figure out who this Master Aris person is, and that's when Seto took over Noah's body and explained who's Master Aris. So basically, it turns out a long time ago, the ancestors of the Land Ryusoulger tribe used the power of the Ryusoulger Cadaver to seal Master Aris away and put her to sleep. Now the Ryusoulger Cadaver is free from its resting place. That Master Aris is awake and trying to break free from his prison. So basically, it's awake now. So anyway, Seto's saying that that the Ryusoulger Caliber the Ryusoulger Caliber is a very powerful sword. So basically, if used right, you could destroy Master Aris. But if the Dreadnought forces get the whole of the Ryusoulger Caliber, they can use it to not only set Master Aris free and also make her more powerful as well. So basically, Seto was warning the others that the sword can destroy Master Ares, but at the same time, if the dreadnought forces get the whole of the Ryusoulger caliber, they can use it to set Master Ares free and make him even more powerful that he is now. So anyway, Cold Others decided to do some special, took the day and do some special training together. So basically, Odo was trying to convince, Tartarus Canal to go back. Let's go back to our undersea kingdom, and you don't have to fight Master Ares. And Canal said it's my duty as a Ryusoulger to take down the dreadnought forces once and for all. So basically, Canal said that me don't worry about me, sis. Me and the other Ryusoulgers will take down Master Ares and destroy Master Ares once and for all. So basically, and Cole promised once we do, Odo take down Master Ares and destroy the rest of the dreadnought forces, we'll all go on a vacation and go see the world. So basically, Odo was like, okay, all right, guys, make sure you guys be careful. So anyway, late that night, Toro finally called up to Bam, and Toro said that, once we fight Master Ares and the dreadnought forces, we might bump into Master Black. So basically, are you ready to take him down? So basically, Bam's like, yes, we had no choice. So basically, so basically, Bam, we saw that, we will take down Master Black along with the dreadnought forces and Master Ares. So anyway, the next day, Toro and Bam joined the rest of the Ryusoulgers, and they went to go find where Master Ares is. So anyway, back in the underground room tunnel where Master Ares is and Parshas and the others and the rest of the dreadnought forces was, Saturn warned Parshas that that the Ryusoulgers are nearby. So basically, and Parshas saying that you and Gunja to go to. So basically, Parshas send Gunja and Saturn to go deal with the Ryusoulgers. So basically, Saturn, so basically nearby in some forest somewhere, Saturn, Gunja, and a couple of dreadnought soldiers intercept the Ryusoulgers, and they start to fight the Ryusoulgers and whatnot. So basically, the Ryusoulgers morph up and start to kick the shit out of Saturn, Gunja, and the foot soldiers. So anyway, during the fight, Saturn disappeared during halfway into the fight. So anyway, from nearby, Odo was watching the whole fight. So anyway, the Ryusoulgers took down all the foot soldiers and beat the crap out of Gunja and forced Gunja to retreat back to the tunnels where Master Ares was. So basically, the Ryusoulgers followed Gunja back to where Master Ares was. So basically, once the Ryusoulgers followed Gunja, out of nowhere, Saturn managed to capture Odo and took her back to the tunnel. So took her back to the underground room tunnel where Master Ares and Parshas was. So basically, Gunja came back first and and told Parshas what happened. So basically, Master Ares made a second Gunja to help out the first Gunja to take down the Ryusoulgers who was on their way to their location. So anyway, Saturn showed up with Odo, and Saturn said, "This is Ryusoulger go sister." So basically, we can trade her for we can trade her for the Ryusoulger Catalog. So basically, and Patrick was so happy, like he was so happy at setting work, like good work, and he handed Patrick handed Sutton a card with a heart on it. Turns out that Patrick must have catch it set a heart just like he did Wars and Garcia. So basically, Patrick was so happy at at setting at the setting catcher Odo. He gave the card with his heart back to Saturn. So anyway. The Weasels got to the entrance of the tunnel, and they just walked in, and that's how the episode ended. With all 6 Weasels just walking in the room tunnel, looking for Master Ellis and the Dreadnought forces, and try to finish them once and for all. So basically, this is how the episode ended. With all 6 Weasels walking into the tunnel together as a team, looking in the tunnel for Master Ares and the Dreadnought forces and finish them off once and for all. And this is how the episode ended. So basically, this is a good episode. We finally got a lot more information about Master Black and how Toro got the green whistle and whatnot. So basically, we got a lot more information about Master Black, and also that information that Wolf might still be alive, and Nada was a candidate to be Ryusoulger Green, but instead, Toro got chose to be Ryusoulger Green over Nada. But this was a good episode. It gave us a lot more details and whatnot. So anyway. So anyway, this was a good episode. So anyway, this was a good episode. So anyway, I can't wait till the next episode of Ryusoulger. So anyway, like always, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good? Was it bad? Or was it just nah? Please let me know with the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, it's Sentai Michael from School Review. Sign off. 1.